Bizarre trials of animals in medieval Europe. The medieval period in Europe was marked by a blend of religious fervor, superstition, and the beginnings of legal systems that would shape modern jurisprudence. Among its many peculiarities, one stands out for its sheer absurdity and symbolic significance: the legal trials and subsequent punishment of animals. These trials, held across various parts of Europe, were not frivolous affairs, but were conducted with the same gravity and procedure as those for humans. Further examples of medieval animal trials: a horse in Dijon, France 1523. In Dijon, a horse was put on trial for murder. The horse, accused of kicking and causing the death of a human, was represented in court and eventually found guilty. This case exemplifies the anthropomorphic approach to justice at the time. Beehives in Breslau, Germany, 1587. An entire beehive was tried and excommunicated after the bees reportedly stung and killed a person. The case reflects the extension of religious as well as legal consequences to animals. Dolphins in Marseille, France, 1596. A group of dolphins was tried for damaging fishing nets. The trial is notable for acknowledging the impact of animals on economic activities, further blurring the lines between human and animal jurisdictions. A cock in Basel, Switzerland, 1474. Another notable case involved a cock that was accused of laying an egg, an act considered unnatural and a bad omen. The cock was tried and found guilty of violating natural laws, reflecting the deep intertwining of religious and superstitious beliefs in the legal system. A pig in Lavigny, France, 1457. A pig was tried and found guilty of attacking a child. The pig was publicly executed, demonstrating the seriousness with which such cases were treated and the symbolic role of public executions in enforcing moral lessons. Mice in Autun, France, 1510. A group of mice was prosecuted for destroying crops. As in other similar cases, the mice were appointed a lawyer, and the legal proceedings were carried out with full seriousness, reflecting the anthropocentric view of the natural world. A group of locusts in Valencia, Spain, 1580. In a case that highlights the intersection of religion, law, and agriculture, locusts were put on trial for devastating crops. The trial was accompanied by religious ceremonies, aiming to both legally and spiritually combat the perceived scourge. The moles of Saint-Julien, France, 1519. In a notable case, moles were put on trial in Saint-Julien for destroying crops. The court appointed a lawyer for the moles, who argued that the animals were merely fulfilling their natural role in the ecosystem. The outcome of the trial remains unknown, but it showcases the extent to which legal rights were extended to animals. Caterpillars in Savoy, France, 1543. Caterpillars were tried for infesting and damaging the local produce. The trial was held outdoors in the fields affected by the caterpillars. The insects were formally summoned, and a lawyer was appointed to represent them, highlighting the seriousness with which these trials were conducted. Rats in Autun, France, 1522. Rats were accused of stealing barley and wheat in Autun. Their lawyer, Bartholomew Chassenet, famously argued that the rats could not attend the trial due to the threats posed by the local cats, demonstrating the elaborate legal reasoning employed in these cases. A donkey in Vanvore, France, 1750. A donkey was put on trial for bestiality, along with her human accomplice. Remarkably, the donkey was acquitted after witnesses attested to her good character, in stark contrast to the fate of her human counterpart. A sheep in Scotland, 1386. In Scotland, a sheep was tried and sentenced to death for murder. This trial echoed the belief that animals were capable of premeditated crimes, subject to the same laws as humans, reflecting on the phenomenon. These examples illustrate not only the widespread occurrence of animal trials in medieval Europe, but also the diversity of animals involved and the range of accusations brought against them. From domesticated animals like pigs and horses to insects and marine life, no creature was beyond the reach of the medieval legal system, The trials reveal a complex tapestry of beliefs and practices, where law, religion, and superstition were inextricably linked. They also show how societies attempted to make sense of and control their environment by applying human legal principles to the natural world. In modern times, these trials are often viewed with a mix of fascination and incredulity, offering a glimpse into a past where the boundaries between humanity, nature, and the divine were far more permeable than they are today. They serve as a reminder of the evolving nature of justice and our understanding of the world around us.